Rambling Roundup, Ridley Scott's very expensive Roman holiday, plus John Peters. Of course, John frickin' Peters. You guys know that name if you know about stuff when it comes to Batman. Gladiator 2. Ridley Scott. Oh boy. Now, we did kind of talk about this on the Vodka stream on Friday with Chris. And man, I mean, and especially with somebody who works in the business, he could tell, like, oh yeah, this shoot has not gone well when it comes to Gladiator 2, and the fact that the budget got so inflated. I mean, it almost sounds like it got doubled. Well, we're going to look at this article right here from The Hollywood Reporter, and yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. Rambling Roundup, Ridley Scott's very expensive Roman holiday, plus John Peters. Of course, John frickin' Peters. You guys know that name if you know about stuff when it comes to Batman. With accidents on set, complaints about animal abuse, and now reports that the production went wildly over budget, sources tell Rambling Reporter that Ridley Scott's long-anticipated Gladiator sequel is leaving Paramount execs feeling a bit like Joaquin Phoenix's Emperor Commodus, terribly vexed. Initially budgeted at $165 million, sources say that the figure has ballooned to something closer to $310 million. It's a runaway, says one source. It's not being managed. The strikes account for some of that money, of course. The shutdowns starting in July reportedly cost $600,000 a week, or a total of about $10 million until Scott resumed shooting in December. Yikes. And then, of course, it was talking about like walks out, rolling out, stoppages. But even before the walkouts, Fortuna clearly frowned on this sequel, which stars Paul Pascal as a grown-up Lucius, the young, of course, of Russell Crowe's character. This is what's wrong with Hollywood. This is what we keep talking about. But of course, there's some factors involved. But if it's only $10 million, like, holy shit. And, you know, Ridley Scott's always been a very efficient filmmaker. He's always been a very efficient filmmaker because he's all about let's go. You know, let's only do a couple of takes and we got it. He's always been fast moving, but with all the troubles on set, especially with stunts and animals, obviously talking about animal abuse, this thing sounds cursed. And the sad fact of the matter is, Ridley Scott, he's not the big box office pool he once was. I mean, let's look at some of his last movies. They weren't exactly big box office draws. What the hell was that? They're not big box office draws. So with this being inflated like this, and this is what sucks when it comes to Hollywood and everything that's been happening when you hear about layoffs, you hear about people, you know, just losing their jobs, and there's possible strikes that might be happening because crew members aren't being paid correctly. When you see stuff like this, it's just like, yeah, what the hell? Get your shit together, Hollywood. Okay? While you keep pumping in all this money into a production that might not even give you the return that you want, there's other people that are just losing their jobs and all this kind of, it's just such a freaking mess, man.